Here's your healing eye now!
Support!
This one's mine!
Kill Rising Water! We're not finished!
An astral arm?
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Astral energy!
Say no more!
I need to be stronger.
It's over! Demon Fang!
Is that Daddy wielding art?
You're finished!
Now I've seen everything!
Bring us down!
Flying freaks! Why can't they just sit still?
Sion, can you take care of them?
No sooner said than done!
Rising Wyvern!
Here goes!
Lock and run!
Do it! Seal!
Demon Fang! Fire support! Demon Fang!
Now! Astral energy! Full throttle! Go!
I can feel my power growing!
That equipment should come in handy.
Right, here goes!
I can carve through armor!
Demon Fang!
Fire support!
Demon Fang!
Support!
Here I come! Demon Fang!
Let's keep our eyes on the prize.
It's on!
Ignite! How about this? Crush! Demon Fang!
I can shatter any steel! We're not finished!
Do it!
Rise to Jill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished! Demon Fang!
Air thrust! Our work is done here. Let's move.
I'm right behind you, Xion.
Great. Now we can keep moving.
Don't overdo it, Law.
be a breeze. Get in, get out.
Now! Single one! Astral energy! Full throttle!
Demon Fang! First strike!
Not in your dreams!
Demon Fang! Why you? Demon Fang! It's over!
This is
It's over!
this one!
This one's all mine!
Already here and now.
You picked the wrong fight!
I'm out of ammo!
Demon Fang!
Crazy cascade!
Here I come!
Air thrust!
Demon Fang! Not yet!
Photon, dance in the
Demon
wind!
Fang!
Air thrust!
Rising Rider! Mirage! Demon Fang!
Spread!
Demon Fang! Rising Wyvern! You're not done!
I'll be waiting for you!
Demon Fang!
Here and now! Primed and ready! This one's mine!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Looks like we won.
You think the elevator's activated now?
Should be. Let's check and find out.
We're coming for you, Jettabelt.
An opponent like this should be easy.
I can
Carve through walls.
My shield? You're mine!
I'm on it.
We're not finished! You're not!
Get toasty!
Burn strike.
Demon Fang!
Lightning orb!
There's always room for improvement. Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang!
Demon Fang!
Demon Fang!
You picked the wrong fight! Demon Fang!
Raging Fang!
Take this! You're finished!
Eat this!
You're mine! Demon Fang!
Now for something special!
Demon Fang!
Light extra blade! Only getting forward!
Demon Fang!
Mission! Freaking does it!
Here
I can
goes!
carve through
Demon
one!
Fang!
Searing flame!
You're mine!
Eat this!
Rising Viper! You're ours! It's over!
Raging
Away! I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Not in your dreams!
I'm on a roll
It's
now!
time! Demon Fang!
Take
Demon
it, sweet
Fang!
mouth! You're mine!
Demon Fang! Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Here I come! Demon Fang! Rising Wyvern! I'm not done! Take this!
Here comes!
Demon's Descent! Flashing Fang! Onward and upward. Just a little farther and I'll be there. I'm coming for you, Ganabelt. Ganabelt!
It's about time. I was beginning to worry you'd jump ship like the rats you are.
You're not so fortunate. We're here to end you. To liberate Cyslodia. To avenge Zephyr.
You talk big, but don't you think you're forgetting something? Of your precious resistance groups, whether the Silver Swords or any others, none have ever dealt a blow to Renan domination. In each and every realm, the story is the same. Until you. You, who wields the blazing sword of Calaglia, are different.
News of Balsef's defeat really took the wind out of your sails.
That brute? A bad case of brawn over brain. Certainly no loss to me. Still, even the smallest of sparks can grow into an inferno. I must give precedence to the task at hand, extinguishing you. Snuffing out your fire before it spreads across the 5 realms.
No, he can't be.
Rinwell?
Nothing. I'm fine.
Ah, Ganabelt Valkyris, Lord of Cyslodia, accept your challenge. Come and meet your death.
You'll pay for what you did to my father!
The feisty mouth wishes to bite the hand that feeds, does he?
I never wanted to serve you! I had no choice! Anything in armor is
Burn in hell!
I can do this all day!
Try harder!
Now you see what I can do!
Demon Fang!
Eat this!
Lightning!
Take this! Demon Fang!
Enough ammo! Rough and weak!
I'm on! Demon Fang! Parrying my every attack!
Leave this to me. I'll take him down.
Demon Fang!
I think not.
Ganabelt!
The barrier's been broken! Everyone, focus your attack!
Now you see what I can do. Pay for what you did. That's enough. I'm on a roll now.
Astral energy raging capture!
Demon Fang!
Searing flame! Reload!
I'll run you through.
Demon Fang!
More for the stop!
Go again.
Astral
That's my cue!
Shut him down! Demon Fang!
Here's a healing arc!
Take this!
First aid! I'll cover you!
Demon Fang!
Eat this!
Here I come!
I never miss!
No escape! Demon Fang!
Blink, angel
Demon
mist.
Fang!
Demon
Demon Fang!
Burning! Light astral!
Demon Fang! Blink and you'll miss it. Mirage!
In here, let me help.
Take this!
I'll be
Take
here.
this!
Light astral
Rising
energy.
Wyvern!
More with that.
Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Flash!
Shattering
Demon Fang!
attack time!
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! We're just getting started!
Talon Storm!
Go here, reload.
Drink deep the
I'm
despair!
out. He's channeling astral energy.
Damn it! Can't get any closer!
If this keeps up. Searing flame. Raging cascade.
Demon Whilst the depths of despair consume you, Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Commands all the astral plane!
Let me help.
Whilst thou art going to expire
If
into
it's in the
nothing!
sky, it's mine. Where are you going?
Demon Fang!
This is it.
Stand bathed in heavenly light! Demon Fang! Whilst thou cowered before the gates of hell!
Here
Come forth, divine lightning! Take this! The end is imminent! Indignation! Insignificant worm! Now return to dust! Demon Fang!
If we take another assault from that arch, we're done for. That mirage he creates. It can channel all of its energy.
Then I guess we gotta get in quick and hit him hard!
Burn in hell! We were just getting started!
Sleep
Demon
now.
Fang! Steel!
Let me heal.
Demon Fang!
Here
Rising
goes.
Hawk!
Not on my watch.
Take this! Demon Fang! Rising Hawk!
Lightning orb.
Crush!
Lightning
Demon Fang! Rising Wyvern!
I'll be okay!
Demon Fang!
I really owe you one.
Demon Fang!
Let me help. Let them learn.
Demon Fang! You insolent fool!
This one's mine.
I'll slice you in two! Try harder! Nothing! Just getting started! Demon Fang! I'll run you through! Demon Fang!
Searing flame. Reload.
Demon Fang!
I'll be your healing one.
Take this! I'll try harder in two! Demon Fang! Blink and you'll miss it!
Here's a healing arc.
Carve through armor!
Sealed.
Demon Fang!
I'll be
In
your
line!
one.
I will make
Into the wind. Sleep now.
Blink and you'll
Let
miss
me
it!
have seal.
I'm on it! Take it! Try harder!
More for the stockpile. By the
Demon Fang! You're mine! The
Here
blazing
goes.
sword will be mine! Demon Fang!
Let me help.
First strike! Now
Blink
it's Blink and you'll miss it! Take this! First blood!
So fine,
Demon Fang! Drink deep the despair! Demon Fang! Who will unite with the abyss? Still going?
I'll finish him first!
Demon Fang! Whilst the depths of despair consume you, this one's all mine! Jupiter commands all the astral planes!
Dance in the
Whilst
wind.
thou art cursed to expire into nothing! You stand bathed in heavenly light! Whilst thou cowers before the gates of hell! Demon Fang! Come forth! Divine lightning! Blow away! Demon Fang! The end is imminent! Indignation! Insignificant worm! Now return to dust!
Raise a healing arc. First
Demon
phase.
Fang!
Astral energy. Full throttle. Go!
Have you learned your lesson? Not yet! For the sake of Lenegis and my fellow brethren on Dana, I will not! No, I refuse to believe this. It cannot end this way. If I die, my subjects will...
It's over. But Zephyr's still gone.
Focus on the positive. We defeated a lord. And under difficult circumstances, too.
Focus on the positive? Zephyr's dead, Shionne.
And the Renans ruled this world unimpeded for 3 centuries. Did you think there wouldn't be any sacrifices?
So Zephyr's life just doesn't matter? He's dead, Shionne. Our friend is dead. We're fighting this damn war to keep people alive!
Yeah, you're right. This is a war. Did you just realize that? Zephyr wasn't the first to die, and he sure won't be the last. If you can't handle that, Alphen, then you should run back to Calaglia. And when you do, just remember to leave the Blazing Sword here, in safer hands.
What's that supposed to mean? Damn it. She just thinks she can say whatever she likes. Bickering among ourselves at a time like this isn't gonna get us anywhere. Especially at a time like this. All right. Fine.
So much for Ganabelt. Good riddance.
You said it.
So, was the Lord of Calaglia like Ganabelt too?
No. Balseph was huge, a real tough guy act. Now that I think of it, his crest was different too. His was a flaming cross.
Ah, I see. Anyway, what do you guys plan on doing from here?
We keep moving. 3 Renan Lords remain, and we won't rest until their thrones are empty as well. That work for you, Shionne?
That was my endgame from the beginning.
Hey, so if it's not too much trouble, could I maybe come along?
Isn't Cyslodia your home?
I mean, yes, but it's just, now that everyone knows what I've been hiding, well, it might be best to get as far away as I can until it all quiets down. Is that okay? I promise I'll pull my own weight.
Sure. You're welcome to join us.
Taking off, huh?
Yeah. Thanks for everything.
It's too bad. I wish there was more we could do to pay you back for all you've done. I'll see to it personally that Zephyr's remains reach Calaglia safely.
What's next for Cyslodia?
I honestly couldn't tell you. The enemy infiltrated its way right to our core as a people. Only time will tell if we can rise above our suspicions and come together.
Zephyr once told me that so long as you don't give up, there's no wall that can't be torn down.
Sounds about right. And thanks to you, the greatest obstacle that was in our way is now gone. I suppose the rest of it will be up to us.
I look forward to seeing how far you'll go.
Oh, I almost forgot. Before you head off, there's something I wanted to give you.
Wow, look at you. You scrub up real nice.
It was a parting gift.
It's like speaking to one of the old Danon heroes from Legend.
Where to next, then?
Elda Menancia. You're really going to travel in that thing?
Why not? It's not as heavy as it looks. Actually, there's someone I was hoping we could invite along with us.
You can't be serious.
Got someplace to be?
Not really. I mean, I can't stay here, of course. And again, there's no one waiting for me back in Calaglia either. Plenty of ditches along the road. Maybe I'll find one to die in.
How about a fresh start?
After the kinds of things I've done, I don't know where I'd even begin.
Your father said that as long as you face the past, there's hope.
I think it might be a little late for that.
He also said he'd fought and lost all his life, but didn't regret it in the slightest. It's only over when you give up. Keep fighting, and even that wall inside you can be brought down. Don't you want to see what your dad saw on the other side of that wall? What he was fighting for?
Do you think I'm even worthy to?
That's for you to decide.
I'm sick of losing everything I love. Of running from life. Maybe all that's left is to just turn around and face it. Count me in.
Finally. I thought you'd never finish. We've still got a ways to go.
Here we go, Hootle.
This armor was a gift from Bregan. What if it really did belong to a Danon hero once upon a time?
Hey, did you make off with that armor while none of us were looking? Because I've gotta admit, you look pretty snazzy in it.
He didn't steal it, if that's what you mean. Bregan gave it to him as a parting gift.
Ah, right. Although it makes sense, I guess. It's like a symbol of rebellion in its own way.
Which is why it should have been your father wearing this, not me.
I don't know. I don't think he could have pulled it off like you, man.
I wonder what the last wearer of this armor was dreaming of for Cyslodia when they decided to rise up and fight.
Who knows? Anyone who could have answered that is long gone. Truth is always lost with the departed.
Are you saying there's no point in trying to understand why they gave up their lives?
No. Only that it's impossible to know for sure. Look, I can tell that you're concerned about Cyslodia's future. But we do have other things to take care of. You can't shoulder all of the world's problems, Alphen. If you try to, you'll only find yourself buried by the weight of it all.
Yeah, I know. My path is forward, and I'll do what I can, here and now.
Yeah!
Hey.
Thanks for letting me stick around, you guys.
Sure, we're happy to have you. But are you sure you don't want to head back to Calaglia?
Yeah, I'm not sure how I can help yet. But for now, I'm going to follow Alphen and see what happens next.
Where does that drawbridge connect?
You were born in Calaglia, right, Law?
Oh yeah, it's scalding hot all the time there, so I was shocked when I learned Cyslodia is the exact opposite. Not to mention dark.
Not anymore, thankfully.
How did you even manage to cross the border between realms? All 5 realms are supposed to be closed off, due to the nature of the crown contest.
What? Is this an interrogation now?
I didn't mean it like that. I just figured if a Dahnan like you was able to slip between realms, it could come in handy later.
Ah, good thinking. I don't think I really did anything all that creative, though.
What? Don't tell me you climbed over the walls of fire.
Oh, hell no. Not even Zeugles could do something that crazy. Nah, I stowed away.
In what?
Oh, you'll like this. The realms don't maintain much contact with each other, but there are resources each is looking to trade for. So, there are cargo convoys from each of the lords that go around a few times a year to lend those resources to each other.
Oh yeah, I remember hearing about that. That was the only time the gates of Calaglia would ever open up.
Right. Obviously, they don't let Dahnans ride with them, so I snuck on board inside some cargo instead.
So you were carried out of the realm? You did great not getting caught. Way to go.
Let's just say I've always had a knack for sneaking around since I was little. I was also really desperate to get the hell out of Calaglia at the time. I had more guts than brains that day. If I had to guess, I probably wasn't the first one to ever do something like that. Dahnan or Renan.
I wonder if that's how I mean, Ganabelt, was able to hear about what happened in Calaglia so quickly.
So in other words, we should always assume that the enemy is informed about whatever it is that we may be up to, wherever we go.
Demon Fang! Rising Wyvern!
You are in tip-top shape.
As soon as I'm done here, come help out.
How could a girl ever say no?
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade! Together, that wasn't even a problem.
This works!
First strike! Rising Wyvern! I'm on it! You're done!
Away!
Mirage!
Let's give it a whirl!
Rising
Well,
Wyvern!
we're on the home stretch now.
Don't take your eyes off the prize.
I'm quite aware without you remind.
Blow away!
More for the stock! Well, looky here!
Gotta break through! Demon Fang!
We're confiscated!
Dragon Shell!
even well.
Freaking invincible!
Falcon and the others truly are strong. I'm not so good with airborne targets.
Wish they were all that easy.
Yeah. I think we might be getting too strong.
Isn't that good? What's wrong?
Really?
Ah!
Sure.
Hey.
Ah!
Right.
Right.
Nice.
What?
Hey!
Well? What? Shion.
What?
Boy, talk about a spry old man.
I can't wait to see him again.
You really liked that apple pie, didn't you?
Heck of a lot of fish swimming around in this pond, huh?
Are they edible?
Sure, they're edible, but we've got no way to catch any. I'm getting pretty hungry.
Want to sit down and fix something?
Yep. The sooner the... Better. I hate camping out.
I guess even someone as fashionable as you wouldn't know a whole lot about Danon armor, right?
Not really, no. Like, what's with the... So, this whole you not feeling pain thing, is that for real?
Why would I lie about it? And why would you care anyway?
No, it's just... You know, I can't imagine what it's like, that's all.
As a slave, I'd say it has its advantages and disadvantages.
Oh?
On the upside, when Renan soldiers push me around, I hardly flinch. The downside's that I get injured without even noticing. Which means I could be knocking on death's door and not even realize it.
Really?
Sure. I may be numb to pain, but it doesn't make me immortal or anything. Still, I wouldn't have noticed any of this if someone hadn't pointed it out to me. If not for my fellow slaves, I'd be long dead, lying in a ditch somewhere. Zephyr, why aren't you concerned about who I am?
You feeling left out, son?
No, it's not that. But
You said you wanted to fight so that you can live a free man. At this point, that's all that matters. Even if it somehow turned out you were a Renan, It wouldn't be such a big deal.
A Renan?
Until we know who you are, we can't rule anything out. Besides, we've already got Shion with us. At this point, what's one more Renan as long as they're on our side?
So you don't see every Renan as an enemy?
Our goal isn't to hunt down and kill all Renans. We only arm ourselves as much as we need to set ourselves free. If you can believe it, not every Dahnan agrees with what we're doing either.
Are you saying we have enemies among the Dahnans?
Not quite. They're just not up for rebelling, per se. The thing you have to remember is that everyone has their own path to walk.
I'm not sure I understand.
That's okay. Just focus on what we have to do right now. However, the time will come when you'll need to decide what to do for yourself.
Hey, Shion, where does your gun come from?
What do you mean, where does it come from?
When you're fighting, it looks like it just appears out of nowhere.
Oh, that's transferal technology. When I don't need my weapon, I submerge it in empty space. And when I do, I summon it. Make sense?
Not really, but it sounds pretty amazing.
Huh?
Well, that way you don't have to carry around any heavy weapons or worry about enemies trying to steal them, right? It's a pretty cool invention.
You realize you're praising the technology of your enemies, right?
So, technology is technology. It's not good or bad in and of itself.
I guess that's true. I swear you can't walk 5 steps without tripping on a Zoogle. This is getting old.
Yeah? But wasn't it you Renans who brought the Zoogles here from Rena in the first place?
They're not just ordinary animals from Rena. Each of them has been modified to suit a particular purpose. In fact, some Zoogles were originally derived from the animals on Dahna. Or so I've heard.
What? You Renans couldn't stop at just the people of this planet? You had to screw with our nature too?
You can get angry all you want, but we have bigger fish to fry. So, are you going to work with me or not?
I will. It's in both of our own interests. I still can't believe this is happening. We're really about to face off against a Renan Lord.
Well, you're in pretty high spirits for a guy going into a life-and-death battle.
I'm not saying I'm not worried. But you have to remember, this is the first time any of us Dahnans have really had any hope. What about you? You scared at all?
I don't have time to be scared. This is only the first step in a long, long plan of mine.
You want to take down all 5 lords, right? It's hard to believe it'll ever happen.
But it will.
I know. I haven't forgotten our deal.
See that you don't. That said, if we lose, we might suffer a fate worse than death, you know.
That's probably true. But instead of worrying about it, wouldn't it be a better use of our time to figure out ways to avoid that and not lose?
I suppose.
Whatever happens, I'll put everything I have into winning. You can count on that. Where the hell is Balseph? If we don't hurry up and find him...
You're too close. Try to stay farther apart.
Oh, right. Sorry about that. Was I really that close?
I guess I'm just not used to standing right next to people.
You mean because of your thorns? You're a surprisingly nice person.
What?
You don't think so? I mean, you just made sure your thorns wouldn't...
You can keep your opinions to yourself. You don't know the first thing about me.
I'm not saying I know everything about you. Sheesh. No need to bite my head off.
You just can't take a hint, can you?
What? I'm sorry. You're right. I don't know what sorts of hardships you've been through. After all, what could I possibly know about pain?
I know you didn't mean anything bad by what you said. The throne room is up on the next floor. That's probably where we'll find Balseph.
Finally, it's time to face Balseph.
Speaking of Balseph, how much would you say you actually know about him?
What do you mean? He's just a lord that holds power over Calaglia, isn't he?
Just a lord? He is far more than that. Balseph Erwolzi Teldilis is one of the 5 lords that sit atop all of Renan society. Even without his Fire Master Core, fighting him won't be easy. I've seen that man butcher who knows how many Zeugles, just to blow off some steam. With sheer brawn like his, he can knock you out with 1 hit, and it's practically suicide to go up against him when he has a weapon.
Got it. Watch out for his attacks.
That's only the beginning. You can't expect to beat him by attrition. First, we dodge, then look for an opening. Remember that.
Sounds like our teamwork is really going to be put to the test.
Indeed. Don't screw this up and get us both killed. Having second thoughts?
No, I was just thinking about the blazing sword. Whenever I hold it, I feel wrong somehow.
Is relying on a sword from a Renan Master Core that repulsive?
It's not about that. It's just... It's hard to explain. It's like the sword is almost too strong.
I don't know what's got you so worried, but in case you forgot, that sword is the only reason we have a fighting chance against a lord.
I know. You don't need to keep telling me.
Well, good. That said, the longer you use it, the more you get burned by it, too. We need to remember to patch you up quickly when that happens. A double-edged sword in every sense. Since you can't feel pain, you'll need to be careful, okay?
Are you actually worried about me?
Is that a problem? Look, I need you if I'm going to take out the Lords, and I can't have you dying on me before that happens. That's my only concern. Why am I here?
Would it kill you to be a little more friendly?
I don't see how that's necessary.
Look, for the time being at least, we're working together. You don't have to make this harder than it already is.
In case you've forgotten, the two of us may be working together, but the only reason we're even teamed up right now is because our interests happen to overlap. Otherwise, why in the world would I be working with a Dahnan slave like...
I am not a slave! I'm not a slave anymore. Not since I chose to fight. I've left that life behind, and I'm better for it. Understand? I'm sorry for yelling. But please, don't call me that ever again. Okay?
Okay. Is it hard leaving Calaglia behind?
No. Actually, it's kind of a relief to be away from there.
Really? What makes you say that?
Because it was getting to the point where every man, woman, and child would come up and talk to me like they knew me. I could barely find a moment to breathe, let alone relax.
Well, what you did was kind of a big deal, you know. You overthrew a Renan lord and burst open the gates of fire.
Yeah, but that was only because I had the blazing sword with me. We wouldn't have made it to Balseph without you and the Crimson Crows, Zephyr.
Maybe so. But you're still the one who took him out in the end. It's only natural for people to look up to those who...
I never asked to be one. I never asked to take the place of a lord in people's minds. I don't want it.
You're a strange one, Alphen. That's for sure. If that's how you really feel, then hold on to that. Listen to those thoughts when you feel lost and don't know what to do. You won't lose sight of who you are, or what the right path to take is.
The right path to take, huh?
It's crazy to feel just how much the temperature has changed from crossing over a single peak.
Is it really that big of a difference?
Definitely. Calaglia was hot.
I can only tell from appearance, so... Achoo!
You might not be able to feel it, but it sure looks like your body responds to it just the same.
Seems like it. So if I sneeze, I guess that it's a sign that it's getting chilly.
They say that sneezing is often the first sign you're coming down with the cold, too. That's all the more reason you need to be careful with... Ha-choo!
Was that also a sneeze?
I just bit my tongue, that's all.
No, it sounded a lot different from mine, but I could swear it was still...
It wasn't a sneeze, okay? Ha-choo!
Guess we both need to be careful out here in the cold.
Rinwell, don't go too far ahead. You never know where Zeugles might be lurking.
Oh, we'll be fine. We've been able to handle them up until now.
Still, better that you hang back a bit.
No way. I'm the one who asked you to come here in the first place, remember?
Yeah, but if we lose you, we won't know where to go. Besides, it's old guys like me who should be sticking their necks out first.
But...
We need you in order to get in contact with the Resistance in Cyslodia. So stick close until we find them, okay?
Okay. Thanks.
Now you've got me wondering. How'd you make it to Calaglia in the first place? I find it hard to imagine you didn't run into Zeugles along the way.
Are you good at hiding or something?
Yeah, that's it. I'm just really good at staying out of sight.
Wow. Still, you had to have been pretty lucky to have made it the whole way unscathed.
Lucky indeed. As if this place wasn't cold enough, it's also pitch black. I'm amazed anyone can live in this realm.
Seriously. Having all this snow everywhere makes it harder to walk or get anything done. And not having any light to see by makes the uneven terrain even more difficult.
Calaglia is no walk in the park either. It's dusty and there's rocks everywhere. And it's on fire all over the place.
Yeah, you're right. Now that you mention it, all those fires are a pretty weird phenomenon. They were always so annoying to navigate around.
Out here, fire's as important as water to our survival. So are the trees we use for firewood.
Is it that rare to see the sun here?
Not just rare. Until I went to Calaglia, I'd never seen sunlight before. I'd only heard about it. I couldn't believe just how hot and bright it seemed to be. But I guess in most realms, it's just a fact of life. They're used to it.
It's pretty interesting, isn't it? The way the sorts of things people take for granted change from one place to another.
Be careful. If anyone's even a little suspicious of us, they'll report us immediately.
Right. It's not just Snake Eyes we need to watch out for, but other Denons too. Still, there are a fair amount of people out on the streets. Isn't it safer to stay at home?
That's the thing. If you stay cooped up too long, people start to suspect you're hiding something. Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
So people feel like they have no choice but to turn others in so they don't get in trouble. What a miserable way to live. At the very least, you should probably go someplace where there aren't so many... Ah, Shion!
We already stick out here like a sore thumb as it is. So I think it's better if we just walk confidently out in the open. Don't look anxious. Just walk firmly and look like you have a destination in mind.
What, is sticking to the plan too much of a hassle for her? This is why Renans are the worst.
I don't know if it's a Renan thing or not, but she does have a point. Anyway, we're not gonna get anywhere just standing around. Let's follow after her. Have you and Menek known each other for long, Rinwell?
No, not really. I haven't been with the Silver Swords for all that long, truth be told. He's a smart guy, but he's also deeply suspicious of other people. I can understand, since that's how you get to survive around here.
Really? I could tell he was wary of us at first, but he seemed to warm up to us pretty quickly once we talked to him.
Yeah, that's pretty unusual for him. I think that's a sign of how desperate things have become. In my case, it took a long time for him to start trusting me. But then again, I kinda get where he's coming from. You never know who might betray the group, or when the Snake Eyes might be watching.
What made you join up with the Silver Swords in the first place? This wasn't your hometown, so... Was it the Snake Eyes who...
No. It wasn't them. Actually, we shouldn't stand around talking. People will start to suspect us. Let's keep moving.
As if it wasn't weird enough getting into the city through that hole. Why are there so many passages like this around Cisloden? And it doesn't seem like the Snake Eyes use them to get around without being detected either.
Yeah, they don't look like ruins. Do you have any idea, Rinwell?
These passages are sewers. They're underground so the water doesn't freeze, but they're not really unusual in big cities like this one.
Really?
Is there nothing like these back in Calaglia?
Not as far as I know. In Calaglia, anything they wanted to get rid of, like waste or garbage, was simply burned. Including the bodies of dead slaves. I'm not sure why they did that. Maybe it was another way of getting astral energy out of them. Sorry, that took a dark turn, didn't it?
Hey, hold up a sec, guys.
What's up?
We need to talk about Ganabelt. This guy can control both light and lightning, and I've heard his swordsmanship is unrivaled.
I'm not surprised. He is one of the top lords, after all.
That's not all. He also has these weird little gadgets that he likes to use.
Gadgets? You mean like some kind of Renin weapon?
Probably. He's got a bunch of these things that hover all around him. They're supposed to protect him from attacks coming in at any angle.
I take it there aren't any blind spots then.
Nope. Which is why I plan to bust down his defenses from the front.
What? Why? Isn't that where his defense will be the toughest?
That's why it's worth attacking. Once I poke a hole in that bastard's defenses, the rest of you can tear it wide open and give him hell.
All right, we go with your plan, Law. Now let's get going. It's about time we got revenge for Zephyr. Phew. That may not have been a fancy feast we just had, but I don't remember the last time I felt this full.
Do the Renins often not give you all enough to eat?
It's never enough. The Renins decide exactly how much we'll have and when we'll have it, and that's that. We do our best to get around it. Everyone has to grow their own food and such behind the Renins' backs in order to get by. Thinking about it now, I wonder if they've always kept it meager so we would never have the energy to try to resist what they've done to us.
Yeah. An empty stomach takes its toll on the body and the spirit after a while.
How does a Renin like you know what it's like?
I may be Renin, but they don't like me either. I could be squeaky clean and they still wouldn't give me anything.
Did your stomach just...
I didn't hear anything.
But you just ate. How are you already...
I said I didn't hear anything.
I still have some I haven't eaten yet. Do you want it?
Sure. Hey.
What?
If there's something you want to say, just come out and say it.
Huh?
I hate when I feel like people are laughing at me on the inside. Especially someone like you where I can't read your expression.
What? Why would I laugh at you? What are you talking about?
My outfit. As soon as you saw me in those ruins, you wanted
To talk.
Then prove me wrong and tell me what you were really thinking.
It wasn't anything mean about you, I promise.
I don't believe that for a second.
And it doesn't matter what the hell I tell you. You'll always doubt me. This place looks damn near the same on the outside as it does on the inside. I figured a Renin castle